everybody, and welcome to the start of another event vlog. Wait, hold on. I think I can do that better. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another event vlog. Yes, that's much better. For my pride's sake and for my bank account's sake, I really hope you can notice a difference in the quality between those first two clips, because I've only gone on board a vlogging camera. I've been threatening to do it for such a long time, and after watching back my first couple of event vlogs of the 2022 season, I just was not happy with the quality of the audio, especially with the wind noise, and it's particularly windy today, so we're going to get a real test, as well as a lot of the quality of like the jumping footage, which obviously makes up such a key part of the vlogs. That's probably why you all watch it. So I've taken the plunge. I bought a vlogging camera. So if you're feeling nice, watch a few adverts, because I'm a student and I've spent a lot of money and I'm really hoping it's worth it. So come on camera, pull through. Anyway, this is not simply a vlog to tell you that I bought a vlogging camera, because that would be awfully boring. No, instead it's actually quite a big one and quite a nerve-wracking one. I think the word of today's vlog is going to be nerves, because, can you see Atty back there? There he is. We're stepping back up to BE Novice today. Now, if you've been following me for a little while, if you've been keeping up with me through eventing last season, you will know that Atty and I finished the season with a little bit of a confidence knock at sort of novice 2-star level, and we haven't made it back up to that level since. We've been having some fun at 100, getting our confidence back. We've trained over some bigger stuff over winter. We've done some show jumping courses of 1.20 m, maybe a little bit bigger, but eventing, I've not done a cross-country course of novice height, which is 1.10 m, with some brush allowance as well, for a very long time. And today we are headed to Solihull to take that on, hopefully get back to that level and continue our season there. So yeah, I'm quite nervous. This might be a bit of a nervy vlog, but that's the premise of what we're doing. So yeah, come along. Right, I have just opened up the lorry. I'm gonna pop the last few things in. We've got very laid back times today. In my Ascot vlog, I was like raving about how we could get up at 7 AM and just get on with the day, and it was quite nice and laid back. Well, Solihull heard that, and they took that and went the extra mile. And I'm not sure I like it that much, because today, our time for cross country is 6:57 PM. So it's currently 11:30. I've hacked Star out this morning. Atty's not even platted yet. I'm just taking my time. I don't go dressage till 4:20. So yes, lots of time to play with. Lots of time for the nerves to set in. I did manage to have some breakfast this morning, which is good, because let me see if I can stand this up, guys. We're kind of learning on the job. I don't often manage to eat on or before event day if I'm particularly nervous. So I'm glad that I managed to get some food in me. Right, last little bit from me for now, because I've got a lot to get on with, and also the Sony's ZV-1, which is the camera that I've gone for all of its perks. I'm loving the quality, it's great, but the battery life, it's not giving me much. It's not giving me much, so I'm gonna go and charge the batteries before we go. We've just got Atty out, giving him a brush off, starting platting him as per usual. Probably won't show you because that'll probably be rubbish, but I have been pulling his mane so much this week. But let's just have a little quick talk about Solihull more specifically. So I've been to Solihull twice before. I went in 2020 to do the novice on Atty. I vlogged that actually and was terrified. They build quite big there. And then I also went last year on Star, he's not sure what to think about the new camera. What do you think about the new camera? Yeah, that's what I thought. So I went and walked the course yesterday, because although my times would definitely have allowed me to walk the course today, like I said, not doing cross country until nearly 7 PM, I wanted to have a look at novice. I wanted to get my eye back in. It's been such a long time, and just see how I was feeling. And it looked quite big. I will insert some footage now, because I was very much trying to work out how to use this camera on the job of the course walk. Dan is going to explain why there's holes in the ground. You guys are going to have some like technical definition?
No, it's to aerate the soil. Say that, yeah, it's to air the soil.
Great.
Yeah.
Good plan. So we have to go down here, up, and dig it up to you. Oh, it's going slowly. To that fence. What? So you have seen the course walk. It's quite big, it's quite technical. They always build pretty full up at Solihull. I mean, it's quite bold and inviting in a way, like the way they make the fences are so nice. I think the real big questions are going to come earlier on in the course, you know, 8. 8 is big and skinny. 9, again 9, the terrain plays a massive role. So I think if we can get confident through the first half of the course, then I will feel really good for the second half of the course. But I did get back yesterday and I was a little bit stressed. So I'm going to flip you around and show you what I decided to do. I never ever jump Atty the night before event night because he goes best usually nice and relaxed. But if you can see in the distance there, I just put up a little combination that's kind of like, it kind of emulates fence 8, a related distance with quite a large first fence to a skinny second fence. So I literally popped down that line once because I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to change how we usually go eventing too much, but Atty gave me so much confidence and I feel a lot better. I then went last night and actually watched parts of our Solihull event vlog. I never watched back my event vlogs, but I went and watched a lot of our cross country round from Solihull in 2020. And again, made me feel good. Some of the fences up there we've already jumped. So we're trying to channel those positive vibes and see what happens. I'll insert some footage now of Atty jumping down that line yesterday. I did get a clip of it. And other than that, I'll probably see you when we're loading or in the lorry. Yeah, I've got to finish platting. Let's go, let's do it. Right, that's it. We're ready. Atty's all loaded. Saying goodbye to Star. He's got plenty of hay to keep him happy while we're gone. I'll take you around and show you the main man himself, all loaded up, ready to go. Oh, the nerves kicking in. It's now midday and I think I'm hitting that point where there's not going to be a whole lot more eating. So let's hope a muffin and a nice coffee can keep me going, because that's what I've had today. Looking handsome. I actually don't know how much you can see. I'm still very much trying to figure out the best way to like quickly turn around when I'm using this. Oh, and there's Star. But yeah, nerves are kicking in, guys. Right, hello everybody, we're coming at you live from the road, and one thing that always used to bother me about vlogging on my iPhone in the lorry was the background noise of the road and the lorry and all of that. So I'm really hoping that it might be a bit better on this camera, but we'll find out. Stay tuned. I mean, you guys will know by now. We're on the way. It's 2 o'clock. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know when we've ever left for an event and been on the road and not arrived at 2 o'clock. That might be the latest start ever. So I'm not sure how I feel about these late times yet. It's quite nice, we've had a laid back morning, I've been able to ride Star, it's been quite relaxed, but I'm thinking at the other end of the day when we finished and we're driving home in the dark, it's going to feel not great, so we'll see. I've had a chat to you about the cross country course, feelings are pretty unchanged on that. I'm going to use the gap hopefully between my dressage and show jumping to go and have a look at how some of these combinations are riding, as well as maybe teaching Mum how to use the camera, because it's a big step for us all. And the dressage test is also one of the harder novice dressage tests. I don't know if it's common knowledge, it probably is, but the BE dressage tests are ranked in hardness by the numbers. The higher the number of the test, the harder it is. That's the general rule of thumb, or so I've been told. And the novice tests go from 110 to 132, and this is 131, so it's quite a difficult one. Throwing us straight into the deep end, there's a lot going on. We've got walked canters, medium trots, leg yields, 15-meter circles, which you guys know I love, so it will be very interesting to see how that rides. But today is all about going out and giving it a go and giving it our best shot. Last week at Ascot under Whitchwood, I was pretty clear, you know, I wanted a clear show jumping round, I wanted it to be good, and I wanted to be in 7th time cross country. Today's not like that. Today is about going out, you know, getting our eye back in at this level, giving this technical track a good crack, having fun, coming home happy. That's the main thing. So I don't envisage myself riding for the time cross country today. I think it's better to just go out and really set up for every fence, really prepare it, be happy, and then wherever we do our next novice, hopefully we'll give it more of a go, but we'll see. We've obviously got 2 phases to get through before we get there. We've arrived. Oh, look at that quality.
So unfortunately we do see that Eva, Morby and Creeverton have parted company at 7. We'll bring you details.
Mum doesn't want to be on the vlog eating her jam donuts. and back to me now, it's fine, Vix. Someone, wait, let me turn you around. Someone's fallen off already. We're right by the commentary and we've heard, what, 1 horse go? 2 horses go? Someone's fallen off already and at fence 7, so I'm feeling good. Not. So, on today's episode of What Has Flo Forgotten to Bring With Her? A dressage saddle pad, which is actually quite important. You can't really do dressage in a jumping saddle pad with a dressage saddle, otherwise you look very, very silly. Luckily, thank God, I just bumped into the wonderful Lydia Cooper from Equinaze and she very kindly said I could borrow one if I post it back to her, so that's what I'm going to have to do. I accidentally packed 2 jumping ones instead. What a fool. What a good start. Hopefully if that's all, I can deal with it. I can post it back, we'll hopefully be okay. Atti's got his studs in, Mum's just doing the forelock plait now, but I feel like a little bit of an idiot. Oh well, it's what it is, it's done, don't stress, don't stress. Instead, let's have a look at some calming footage of Atty having his forelock plait done, which he's not going to be a big fan of. It's your first feature on the camera. Oh, you don't look very happy, sorry. But I let you down already by forgetting something.
He's used to it, Flo. He's usually forgetting things.
Everyone's used to it.
Do you know what? You shouldn't forget him.
It might happen one day, I wouldn't be surprised. Look who's bailed me out. Lydia to the rescue. I have a dressage saddle pad. Thank you so much. Right guys, it's official. It's now a new segment in the vlog. It's become such a regular occurrence that we now have a designated space on the whiteboard for What Has Flo Forgotten this week. Today it's a dressage saddle pad. Yes, very lucky that Lydia could bail me out. What will it be next week? Stay tuned.
Keep up the rhythm, go to the owl hole at 17.
That one.
Racing. Right out at 6 again, same turn left hand if you come back through the Sutton Road. Set out from the left side, 31.8,
Okay, I thought I would pop a voiceover on top of this dressage test because that's one of the comments I've had the most, is people wanting to see that. It's going to be very informal, just my thoughts. Perhaps I should have kept the dressage sheet, maybe I'll do that in the future. So this halt was kind of where it all went wrong. The halt itself wasn't awful. If you've watched my vlogs before, you'll know Atty always puts his head up in the air in halt, and it's something we've been working on a lot. However, when I went to trot away, I never got the reins back that I wanted. So you can see there, they're a bit washing liney. And this test comes up thick and fast. I thought he looked pretty good here, but it was meant to be a medium trot, so I probably could have showed a little bit more of a change. I just didn't have the reins to really work with. These leg yields were abysmal, and I do talk a little bit later in the vlog about how I felt the judge was maybe a little bit harsh with their mark, but when I watched this bit here, maybe not, maybe this is what I deserve. But I thought his overall frame, when I wasn't asking for some of the more testing moves, was really nice, and his way of going was actually quite nice. But yeah, when you look at the technical movements like that leg yield there, it just wasn't a leg yield. We definitely have a lot of homework to do. Obviously, I'm not too upset because it's our first test at this level of the year. I thought his stretchy trot was quite nice. That's something you don't get in tests very often. Perhaps I could have shown even more of a stretch, but I was conscious that you don't actually do it for that long before you have to pick them up again. Ooh, that was quite an abrupt walk transition. Should get marks for accuracy though. Something I've been working on so hard throughout this winter is trying to get him marching in his walk, particularly his free rein walk, and in this test I got it a bit wrong. He still isn't walking on super forwardly, but I also revved him up too much in trying to get him to move more forwardly, that you'll see in a second he jogs, which is really frustrating, especially right before I walk to canter, because it kind of detracts from that movement, which is something he's very good at in his own element. So yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate. So we're meant to walk to canter at A. I think he's anticipating it, as you can see, which is such a shame because he's got a very good walk to canter on him. That circle was not very even, Flo. The more I'm watching this back, not just on the tiny little camera screen, the more I'm thinking the judge's mark was maybe quite fair. He is looking smart in his canter though. I have to say the basics within our paces we've really worked on over the winter, and I do think it's paying off. We fell a little bit into our trot there. I don't think the judge was a big fan of that. Oh, a little skip into that transition as well. This is the dreaded 15-metre circles again. I'm just not getting them the right size. If anyone has any top tips on 15-metre circles and how to get them accurate, please do let me know, because I'm watching these videos and cringing and they seem to come up more and more. I was happier with that transition. I felt he really kind of moved into it. And then turned down the centre line halt. I seem to remember this halt being particularly bad, so let's have a look. Is it as bad as I remembered? Ooh! Yeah, head goes straight up. Oh, he still tried though. Can't be too disappointed.
Right, first novice dressage test of the year done. Don't think we're going to win any prizes for best dressage, but let's say it was promising. I was a little bit silly in that after our halt at the start, I didn't really think that I regained my reins quite as much as I should have, and therefore I just felt like I had 10% less kind of control over what we were doing and where we were moving. And the first section of that test is packed with stuff, so the medium trots, the leg yields. I didn't feel I could use my aids as efficiently because my reins were a little bit washing liney, but stuff to learn. It's a hard test and we got through it, and there were some nice moments, so don't think it's going to be a great score, but we'll take it.
Well done, Flo. Quick Lucozade break because I can't eat any food, too nervous. I'm going to go and walk the show jumping and go and have a look at the cross country and see how some of it is riding. I can't get my words out now, blimey. Look at that. That's Vix's lunch slash dinner because it's actually like 5:30. I cannot eat anything on the other hand because unsurprisingly, I'm feeling rather nervous. Yeah, just been to watch some show jump and cross country, walk the course. It's big. I mean, the one thing that I have on my side is that it's actually built like pretty good for Atty in terms of the striding is quite short. That's what we like to see, but it's not helping my nerves. I'm still feeling very nervous. Watched a couple have run outs at the skinny, which is great, but actually also watched a lot of people ride it really well, so I guess I can't complain too much. Atty's just in there, gonna get him tacked up. Let me
Very speedily over the last, still full of running on this.
Well, I haven't had one, I don't know. I won't show you eating it, don't worry.
No jumping.
Oh, do you like the smell of that? Okay, I thought I would also pop in a voiceover for my show jumping round because it was so bad that I have quite a lot to say. You'll see after the round I have a whole explanation about the rubbish warm-up I had and how I hadn't really jumped anything bigger than about 1 metre. So I was going in kind of stressed, which is already just so not what you need. And then look how backwardly I rode this first line. Awful, poor Atty. It was meant to be 6 easy strides, so why I added a 7th I don't know, and in all honesty, I really did deserve that fence down. I thought he jumped that fence quite nicely. I had then tried to buck up my ideas and ride more positively. It didn't pay off here. That was a little bit annoying. I don't think that was massively anyone's fault, but you can see how nervous I am from the way that I ride this next double. I'm like hooking him back, which in hindsight only makes it harder for us, so I didn't know why I do it, but I was just so in my own head. Took this moment to compose, and I actually thought he was quite nice down this line. Spoiler alert, we have another pole, which is not good for us, but it was just a bit unfortunate that one. He got a little bit flat, but it was the only way we were ever going to fit the 4 strides in there, so is what it is. I'm not so fussed about that one. He saved me there because I couldn't ride, and then he nearly had me off at this one. He just took such a big jump and I was not riding that well. Apologies for the angle, guys. I'm doing my usual rush to cross country update, and the word of the vlog is disappointing so far. Disappointed. Not at Atty actually. Dressage scores in 39.8. It's been a long time since we had a score quite that high. Yeah, that is what it is. I think maybe that's a touch harsh, but that's 2 out of 3 tests I've done this season where I've said it's a touch harsh, so maybe it's not harsh at all, maybe it's just me. And then show jumping was the big disappointment. Again, not really at myself. We went in, we're right at the end of the day, so they were trying to rush us through, and someone came into the warm-up who should have gone ages ago, and they hadn't gone. And fair enough to them, I couldn't ride the horse they were on. They looked like they were on quite a tricky horse, but they were just dictating the height of the fences. So I was being called in until I had to go in, but I hadn't jumped anywhere near enough of what I wanted to jump because I couldn't, my mum physically couldn't get to the jumps to put them up because they were being jumped by someone else, which is the nature. I could complain about it, but I'm sure everyone's been there. Just unfortunately it wasn't that we were popping around 100, which is, you know, we've done a few of the season, it's our first novice, so I jumped one spread at maybe like a metre and went in. I'm annoyed at myself for not putting my foot down and being like, actually no, I won't go yet, I'm not ready. Because it wasn't even my time, I had another 10 minutes, but I didn't, and we went in. And my eye wasn't in to start off with. I rode really defensively between 1 and 2, so I think we had 2 down. 1 to 2, yeah, which that 100% on me. I added an extra stride for no reason. Why did I feel the need to do that? And then after that, I feel like I sort of bucked my ideas up a little bit, but maybe we hadn't jumped high enough, the fences hadn't gone up enough, so Ashley just wasn't picking up his feet that much. Had another 2 poles, but 3 poles or 12 volts for me, that's disappointing. We don't need to be there. 1, you know, clear, obviously I'm happy with. 1 I can take. 2, occasionally I get. 3, especially when 1 was so obviously my fault. Oh well. Yeah, so can't lie, hasn't made me feel great about the show, cross country, but what can you do? What can you do?
Setting up all the head. Pages on this course.
Really good, Flo.
You are amazing. Are you so good?
So, our final competitor safely home.
Yeah.
and they are home. So we would like to thank everybody from it.
No, I'm so pleased with him because I was having a bit of a mare in the warm-up, which if Mum pans around now, you can see it while it's being shot. I couldn't see a stride, and then the 3 fences and 2 fences that are coming up the hill, which you can jump with the red flag sort of on the right, so the ones that are backwards from us, the sun was right in my eyes every time I tried to jump them. So I could only really jump like the other 3, and that was like I was just not seeing a stride to anything. And then went out on course, got really close to fence 1, and I was like, oh, here we go. Saw an absolute flyer to fence 2 as well as I've gone on, because I was like, he won't do that, he won't do it. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. Because I've been really worried about getting too close to fence 2 because it's quite upright and quite big.
Yes, I know, yeah.
So I was literally like, I have to ask for this flyer, I don't know if he's going to go. And he's like, yeah, of course. And literally after that, I was like, oh, cool. And then I think he added, didn't he, in both the combinations that should have been 4 strides, one after the other. But
In
easily.
the brush?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the next one rode the exact same, it was 4 with up and down terrain. So I just thought I'd just sit there and I'll just let him do what he wants, and he just put in a 5th one quite happily. Yeah, he was epic. And the first half of the course I was sort of riding quite forward and going for it. And then through the woods it's a bit deeper around there, and I thought, actually, you know what? Stop. Come on, I think I had about 30-35 seconds, so I wasn't fast, but I didn't need to be. Like, the feel he gave me was so much better. And right, we're gonna go for a little walk off now. We've had a little bit of a sponge.
Tell by the shadows it's getting late.
Yeah, you can, can't you? Probably the latest we've ever been at an event.
What is it now?
7 o'clock.
Not quite, but very, very nearly. The last one's here. Right, so there we have it. We have come to the end of the 3rd event vlog of 2022. They are coming out thick and fast, and I'm actually rounding this vlog up the very next day because it got too dark yesterday to close the vlog. I couldn't see anything, the camera wasn't picking us up on the lorry journey back, which is crazy for eventing. It shows just how late our times were. But on the whole, I'm so pleased with yesterday. It was a run that I needed. I won't talk for too long, I've kept you quite well informed, but breaking down the phases just a tiny bit. Dressage, I can't remember if I said or not that we got 39.8. Even having looked at some of that footage, I think that's a bit harsh. Like, I'm not saying we should have got 32 or 33, but I was pleased with him. I thought he gave me a nice feel. Yeah, maybe a 36 or 37, but what we've learned throughout the season is that different judges definitely think very different things about Atty, and that's okay. And it started with a 3, I guess. We've got to just look at the bright side. Show jumping was my fault. I've explained that whole situation. I'm frustrated at myself for not sticking up for myself more and having more of a backbone. And that's not the first time I've said that. I definitely had a vlog that I filmed, even if it was like 2 seasons ago, where somebody was a bit pushy in a very different way with cross country, with Star. And I need to learn to be like, actually, there's nothing wrong when you've paid that money to go and enter an event and you've taken all the time to plat up and get there. There's nothing wrong with going, actually, hold on, that's not right. You know, I'm not going to go yet because it's not my time and someone is getting in the way and I want to give myself the best chance. I thoroughly believe that had we jumped a couple more bigger fences and got Atty's eye in at the height, because other than our training camp, Atty hasn't really jumped around many courses this year at sort of 110, 115, which may be bad prep in all fairness, but we've been going out and jumping 100, so how is he to know that the fences weren't 100 sort of thing? So again, disappointing, but I think I have to take that with a little bit of a pinch of salt. It is what it is. And then cross country, I was so nervous, like so nervous, particularly after that show jumping round. So to go out and have a clear round, we ran a bit slow, like I said earlier. I think we had, did I say we got about like 12 time penalties? About 30 seconds, I think. And there was no point going any faster than that. We weren't going to place, we weren't like running for any sort of prizes. So to go out and jump a clear, I ran a tough track and he felt incredible. I'm so happy with that. And that's it, it's our first novice of the season. Atty now gets a few very well-deserved quiet weeks because he's obviously been out eventing, I think about like 3 weekends and 5. We've just made the most of me being back in my Easter break with the horses here and having run with the lorry, but I'm heading actually back up to university next week and I'll have quite a few weeks, and then I think at the end of May we're going to do the novice at Rockingham, which will be exciting. I haven't been there before, so yeah, lots to look forward to, and also hopefully bringing Star back into some more serious work over the next few weeks / months, so lots to look forward to, and I'll sign out for now. But if you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. We've got this swanky new vlogging camera now, which again I hope the quality is noticeably different. Leave a comment below, let me know what you enjoyed. I do love to read them, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye!